How is that 13 damage?
Hi guys, this is Mattias, and I'm coming at you here with another Battlefield 1 video, and I'd like to share some of my thoughts and opinions from my experience with this game in the open beta. A lot of players have been really frustrated over the fact that the light tank or the one-man tank has been so very powerful, but it has already been announced from DICE that this is going to change. However, there was a lot of balance issues in this game that I think needs to be addressed as well. And one of the things that I noticed was how surprisingly ineffective these weapons, the submachine guns for the assault class, was past, let's say, 10 or 15 meters. Not only is the damage output very low, somewhere around 12 to 13 damage per bullet, depending on which weapon you're using, but the bullet travel time is also very low, has a lot of drop, and the recoil or the weapon handling was a bit strange. I'm not gonna say too much about it because maybe I just need to take a little bit of a time to figure it out. But especially considering how the map is designed, how the capture points are designed, which is a very big deal actually, and considering how especially the sniper rifles are so incredibly powerful. Now there's been a lot of discussions about the snipers particularly, and I want to share some of my thoughts about the sniper rifles, their relationship to the other weapons, and what some people say about them on both sides of this discussion.
Yeah, it's sniper rifle. Like they will defend snipers being overpowered by the fact that this is what World War I was so much about. But you know, I think the snipers in World War I that were successful, they were successful because they were good, not because their weapons were easy mode or overpowered. That's what I think. But hey, that's me.
So yeah, part of the design of Battlefield 1 is based on historical facts. And one of those historical facts is that, especially in the first part of World War I, bolt-action rifles were very common. Something that, of course, translates into there being a lot of snipers in World War I. But there is a flip side to that coin, and that is the fact that they invented and developed the submachine guns and light machine guns for a reason. They also started using these guns more and more during the First World War. Another thing that I really want to point out is that in Battlefield 1, sniper rifles are relatively easy to use, at least compared to other games, and that does not in any way reflect World War I. Yes, there was a lot of snipers being used in World War I, and yes, it had a big impact on the war, but not because it was easy to use. As a matter of fact, many of the snipers in World War I were specially trained marksmen. And I quote, "As the success of the German snipers spread, the British Army opted to begin their own training school, dedicated specially to sniper training. Major Hashket Prickard founded and headed the first school and is credited with developing a number of sniping techniques, including spotting scopes, working in pairs, and developing observational skills."
Headshot. Headshot.
Hold the objective.
Me personally, I do not support the realism aspect of games, but the reason why I bring it up is that many times when there is a problem with the game, like in this case a balance issue favoring sniping, then what happens is that people that likes sniping and that want sniping to be as easy as possible will use realism and historical correctness as arguments, but in this case that doesn't speak for the sniper rifles to be the way they are at the moment.
Tank spotted.
Imagine people playing like this all the time, you know. Oh look, I got another headshot.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what loses games, you know. When you have, we had one game where there was probably 10 people at this point, you know, close to B, just camping it, and just spawn points kept going to the enemy team.
Now, speaking about historical correctness, even though, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but one of the things that I've been wondering playing the open beta was, where are the trenches? Like, World War I was a trench war, and yeah, we don't necessarily need a game to be realistic, but trenches would really make this map a lot better, at least in my opinion. I'm sure that has actually been discussed, and I'm sure there's a reason why we don't see them. Maybe they have tried it out and it didn't really work as well as people would have hoped, but I'd like to give it a shot anyway.
objective Charlie.
Now for the future, I also hope that the variety of weapons for the assault class, which was the class that I played the most, and not because I liked the weapon the most, but because it was so necessary to be able to deal with vehicles, that if your team did not have enough assault players that knew how to deal with vehicles, then your team would just be overrun. Tanks just happen to be that powerful. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the damage drop-off or something, but when I've been checking out the damage that I deal with this weapon that I'm using now, the MP18 artillery, it will deal 13 damage per bullet. That's 8 hits to take down an opponent that is at full HP. And keep in mind, the accuracy of this weapon and the bullet velocity and bullet drop makes this weapon even worse. Anywhere outside of the area between, let's say, C and D, you are in a massive disadvantage in basically every engagement. Now, luckily, there's always a lot of action here, but the massive disadvantage that you suffer from being outside of these buildings, for example, you do not get a clear advantage over other classes with this weapon either. This is, of course, a close-quarter combat gun, but the semi-automatic weapons for the medic class and even the bolt action combined with the pistol for the scout are strong weapons and weapon combinations as well.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Get fucking wiped.
Now the beta map, Sinai Desert I think it's called, is a map that I have some mixed feelings about. There are parts of the map that I think is really good, but the one thing that is missing especially is more protection and more cover around the actual spawn points, or in the actual spawn points. The way it is now, there is many times more cover around the map so that people can camp just outside of the capture zone, while a big portion of the actual capture zone is completely wide open. Add to the fact that a lot of the spawn points will also put you directly outside, exposed to snipers from every direction. My worst experiences was spawning at D outside towards E. Getting that spawn as an assault was a complete nightmare. From time to time I decided to go on some so-called cleanup rounds with a vehicle just to get rid of some of the campers that did nothing but hide around the capture zones instead of playing the actual objective.
We have taken objective apples.
Now I am actually quite excited over the release of Battlefield 1. During the beta I played a lot. I think I reached level 80 something, and I was streaming basically all the time when I was playing. And despite the fact that I have a lot of opinions and that I have some criticism to add to the game, I had a lot of fun playing this game. I'm only criticizing the game for the hope that that will help make it better. Now I did play medic quite a bit, and I did play support quite a bit as well, and in many situations I liked the weapons that you had for those classes more than for the assault class. So I will try to upload some videos of those classes as well as soon as possible. Now for the rest of this video I'll let you see some more mixed assault gameplay, and I hope you will enjoy it. And with that I want to thank you all for watching.
We are losing objective Charlie. We are losing objective Charlie.
Behind.
Oh fuck.
There are guys and holes nearby.
Yeah.
Enemy cavalry! You see him?
I killed it.
Nice. One man Really honest. Oh, come on. Sniper
Where
at
is he?
this range. He's right behind the rock. He's going to the left. And going back to the right. Open kick up.
I need help.
We have lost objective Duff.
Artillery battery, be careful.
We have lost objective Freddy.
Rooftop campers going for F.
Hedefi zapt edin.
Wow.
We have
Bomba
taken
atıyorum, başınıza
objective
dikkat edin.
apples.
Bu bomba onlara.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Alright, yeah, I'm coming to see.
Wow, what are those bullets, by the way, that you have? You have
Huh?
normal
We have
ones and
taken
you have
objective
different
butter.
bullets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have lost
I don't know how that
objective
works.
Duff.
Tank or something?
Yeah, tank on it.
Oh yeah, you wanna grenade it?
Bomba
No
atıyorum.
wait, it's
Çabuk olun.
friendly.
Ah! No, it's not.
Oh, it's
We
not?
have taken objective Charlie.
No, that's an enemy. Hitting
What?
everyone
Where are you?
on B beta.
Oh, beta. Okay, fuck, I'm on C. Yeah, I'm coming.
Hedefi müdafaa edin.
We have lost objective Butter.
Bir sıhhiyeci görüyorum.
Wow.
have lost objective George.
That's why.
Sana sıhhi yardım çantası.
I shoveled him. I think that was my first shovel kill. Choose from. And I couldn't be more sick of H1Z1 than I am. Like, no game could bother me more than H1 right now.